Many aspects of agriculture and horticulture can be benefited from more intensive research in plant physiology to provide practical solutions in agriculture and horticulture. Understanding the physiological aspects of seed germination, seedling growth, crop establishment, vegetative development, flowering, fruit and seed setting and crop maturity, plant hormone interaction, nutrient physiology, stress, biotic, abiotic, physiology, etc. provides a reasonable scientific base for effective monitoring and beneficial manipulation of these phenomenons. Since in agriculture we are interested in economic yield, which is the output of these phenomenons, and well-beingness of plants, plant physiology provides a platform for getting better yield of crops. Studying these phenomenon with a view to develop better crop management practices forms the subject matter of crop physiology. The importance of physiology in agriculture and horticulture can be seen from the following examples. 1. Seed physiology. Seed is the most important input in agriculture. Germination of seed and proper establishment of seedling depends upon various internal and external factors. Knowledge of seed physiology helps in understanding of different physiological and morphological changes that occur during germination. Any deviation in these processes causes seed dormancy. The dormant condition of the seed bars immediate use of harvested seed for next crop, which is important in intensive agriculture. By understanding the causes and effects of this problem, crop physiologists have come up with different methods of breaking the seed dormancy. Example: whenever paddy is used as a seed material in the very next season, it is recommended to treat the seed either with HNO3 or with GA. 2. Optimum seedling growth and plant population. By knowing the process of radicle and plumule emergence and their function, we can achieve best plant health, which is the outcome of best plant physiology. By knowing the different inputs requirement of plants, water, nutrients, sunlight, we can easily manage the plant population to get highest yield. Input interaction of plants within their body is the matter of plant physiology. 3. Growth measurement of crops. The first prerequisite for higher yields in crops is high total dry matter production per unit area. High dry matter production is a function of optimum leaf area index, and net assimilation rate. CGR equals Li x NAR. Example: pruning operation in horticultural crops like mango is done based on this principle of proper canopy management for better photosynthesis. 5. 4. Harvest index. The difference between total amount of dry matter produced and the photosynthetes used in respiration is the net product of photosynthesis. Economic yield depends on how the dry matter is distributed among different organs of the plant. Partition of total dry matter amongst the major plant organs is of interest to the farmers, as they are more interested in its partition towards economic yield. Example: excessive vegetative growth period in groundnut produces less number of pods as the reproductive period gets constricted. Thus, groundnut varieties with relatively extended period of reproductive growth are desirable. 5. Mode of action of different weedicides. The use of herbicides to kill unwanted plants is widespread in modern agriculture. Majority of herbicides, about half of the commercially important compounds, act by interrupting photosynthetic electron flow, X. Paraquat, diurin, or electron flow of respiration. In photosynthesis, when the electron transport is blocked, it virtually stops light reaction of photosynthesis. When light reaction is stopped, the dark reaction does not happen, and thus CO2 is not fixed as carbohydrate. Therefore, the weed is killed by starvation. 6. Neutrophysiology. Neutrophysiology is yet another important area to understand crop physiology. For the healthy growth of a crop, around 17 essential elements are required. Knowledge of neutrophysiology has helped in identification of essential nutrients, ion uptake mechanisms, their deficiency symptoms and corrective measures. It also helps to check the toxicity symptoms of various nutrients. The use of fertilizers and their intake by plants can be totally understood by studying plant physiology. 7. Photoperiodism. Response of plant to the relative length of day and night is called as photoperiodism. This concept was used to choose photo-insensitive varieties. The semi-dwarf rice varieties that have revolutionized Indian agriculture are lodging-resistant, fertilizer-responsive, high-yielding and photo-insensitive. Photo-insensitivity has allowed rice cultivation in non-traditional areas like Punjab. Even in traditional areas, rice-wheat rotation has become possible only due to these varieties. 8. Plant growth regulators. Plants can regulate their growth through internal growth mechanisms involving the action of extremely low concentrations of chemical substances called plant growth substances, phytohormones or plant growth regulators. The regulation of flowering, seed formation and fruit setting has been controlled through the application of different hormones at the appropriate time of plant height and age. 9. Indian agriculture being predominantly rain-fed in nature, so development of drought-resistant varieties is very important. Root zone depth, density of roots, plant water potential, relative water content, water use efficiency, xerophytic characters of leaves, etc. are some of the characters helped to bred drought-tolerant varieties and to develop efficient irrigation management practices, sprinkler and drip irrigation.